having two people just come from walking on the beach, it doesn't seem fair. I haven't had a walk on the beach for ever so long, and I think it's time. If we use our imaginations, of course, which we did during the meditation, that was good. I was on the beach, and so I felt the sun and the sand squishing between my toes and all those good things. You know, we need to have those times when we can actually take a break from all the work we do and all the busyness that there is around us to get into that flow of life. We need to do that. Someone said, if you always keep your nose to the grindstone, all you're going to get out of that is a sharper nose, and that's of little value. So we need to have these times when we can just have fun. So I tell you a little story about a man who knew how to have balance in his life. This was a Polynesian man. And what he did all day, he had a little fishing boat, and he would go out in his boat and he would fish, and then he'd catch as many as he could because he would be taking them to the marketplace to sell them. That's how he provided for his family. He had a good life. He loved it. He enjoyed his life, and he felt that this was a balanced life. Now, it might not be that way for you and me, but for him it was. So one day a businessman came and said to him, you know, I've been watching you, and if you would fish more, spend many more hours a day fishing, you could make more money because you could sell more fish. And then you could someday buy another boat and you could hire somebody to fish with you. And the Polynesian man said, why would I want to do that? He said, well, because someday if you keep doing that and working really hard, you're going to be able to have a whole fleet of boats, fishing boats, and you're going to be able to hire a whole lot of people to work for you, and you're going to be successful. Polynesian man said, why would I want to do that? Well, because the businessman said, you are going to eventually, I'm sure, have a company. And someday you might even sell that company. You're going to be rich, successful. Polynesian man said, why would I want to do that? Well, the businessman says, so that you can swim a little, you can take naps, you can sing and dance and have fun with your friends and family. And the Polynesian man said, I do that now. I do it now. So he had a balanced life. It's what we all need in this modern world, isn't it? We rush around so much. And sometimes we're so proud of all the things we can do at one time. Oh, we can eat lunch, and we can read the newspaper, we can listen to the radio or the television, and we can think about work, and we can do all that at one time. And what that means to me is that we're not doing any of them really well. So if you read, read. If you eat lunch, be aware of the food that you're eating and what you're putting into this body temple. When you talk to a friend, be focused on your friend. Give that friend your attention. Instead of looking somewhere else, who else am I going to talk to? Disrespectful. No, focus on your friend and slow down. We all need to slow down and savor every day. This is a never-before-lived day. It'll never come again. Slow down. Savor it. In this walk on the beach, then, there might be many insights that we could have. Another one would be just enjoy. Enjoy your life. You know, if you need help with smiling, laughing, then find an expert. And an expert is a child. It's a child who is nurtured, knows that he or she is cared for. And that child knows how to laugh, how to smile. Last Sunday, Nita brought her little granddaughter. And this little girl, we were having a conversation, sort of, she and I. I think she's 3. Well, I don't know what kind of a conversation you have with a little one like that, except she's jabbering a lot, and I didn't catch a lot of what she said, but I didn't have to because she was showing me. She put her hands above her head, and then she twirled around. And she stood on her tippy toes as much as she could because she wants to be a ballet dancer. And that's what she was trying to show me. And when she turned around and faced me again, she was beaming. And you know what that does? It's contagious. It makes you beam too. And I wondered how many times a day do I smile and laugh and really enjoy. In Mark 8, I just read in a book somewhere that there is a verse. It says, whoever shall save his life must lose it. And this person said, I really think that that's a misinterpretation. I think it should say, whoever shall save his life must lose it. In other words, if you're going to save your life, loosen up. Because we take life too seriously. And life is too important to be taken seriously. We hang on so tightly to so many things, so many people. That's not necessary. Relax. Open up. Loosen up. Enjoy. 2 more things that came to me on this beach walk. And one was that we need to be alone. Now, I'm not talking lonely, but I'm talking being alone in the quiet of your own self. That's where your power is. So we need to take those times to be alone with ourselves. But we also need time with friends. We need to know that we are cared for, supported. It's why we come to places like this, to know that there are people here who care for us, who affirm us. There was a comedian, and he would go to orphanages. And his goal was to make every single child in the room laugh by the time that he was done with his little spiel. He said it wasn't always easy, but that usually was accomplished. And on this particular day, he, by the end of his act, had everyone in that room, all these children, smiling, laughing, except for one. And after he was done, he went over to her and he said, honey, how can I help you? What can I give you? And her request was, love me. Just love me. It's a request that is in the hearts of everyone. Love me. Let me know that I'm okay. Let me know that I'm cared for, that I matter. That's what we all want, to be loved, isn't it? And if we all want that, then guess what? We have to give it away. We all have that responsibility to give our love away. All this that is in here in our hearts, it's overflowing. So that's our job. So I want to close with just a tiny little prayer today. And I just invite you to let my words be yours. Oh God, the power that lives within me. You who created the mountains, the oceans, the rivers, and me. Today, I state my intention, gathered from all that has gone on this beach walk. And here is my intention. with love in my heart, and that is the most important thing. With love in my heart, I take responsibility for my earthly life, for the sand and the grit between my toes. And so it is.